Good morning, Life Point Church, and happy Thursday. I hope that you had a great night last night. If you were able to make it to our Wednesday evening Bible study and I got to see you, then it was great to see you. And if not, I hope I'll get to see you on Sunday. It's coming quickly as we are closing out this week and heading into another wonderful weekend. I want to say that it is a beautiful day. Do I know what the weather is? No, this is Sunday. But any day you wake up and you have Jesus in your heart is a beautiful day. So maybe you're a little down this morning. Maybe you're a little off today. But just remember that Jesus is with you. He is the health of your countenance, which means he'll be your smile when you can't find it. He is your firm foundation, and he will be your strength and your song. So if you can't find anything to sing about today, turn on some worship music and let Jesus minister to your soul as you go through your Thursday. On this day in the year 2001, the GameCube home video game system was released in the United States. I am not a gaming person. In fact, I get to teach a bunch of high school boys, and they all tease me relentlessly about my lack of knowledge on video games. I don't play, never have, and maybe in a very long shot someday, if Liam happens to get into them and I play a game or two with him. But other than that, I really don't think that that's going to change. But it does not matter that how I feel about it, because video gaming is a huge industry and it doesn't take anybody to see that. So this GameCube system released in 2001 kind of set off a new idea and a new approach to entertainment in the United States. Video games can be fun and exciting. With the help of state-of-the-art graphics and special effects, players can jump into the cockpit of a spaceship or an airplane. They can explore an ancient fantasy world or on horseback. And no matter what happens during the course of that game, if you need to take a break, you hit the pause button, you save your game, you close it, you come back later. No effects on who you are, no effects on real life consequences or things going on in your life. Sure, you might lose points for not hitting enough targets, or you might not make it to the next level, but you get as many chances as you want to go back and replay the game. It's yours. You can start and stop, you can keep going, you can try again. There's no real consequences in a video game. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, real life is nothing like that. When you make a choice and you decide to take a certain action, there are consequences. For example, if something goes tragically wrong at work and you don't handle it too well, there are going to be consequences. For my students listening, if you decide not to study for that test or not to do your best in a certain thing, there will be consequences. We can't get away from them. Maybe in a relationship you've made a mistake, there probably were consequences. And while we work hard the next time and we learn from them and we grow and we do our best to put things right, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have an effect. So maybe that's why in the book of Proverbs, Solomon reminds us that it's better to consider the consequences of the action before you do the action. There's no redo later. So what if you started saying, if I do this, this is a possibility, and then weigh what you do based on that? To someone like me, that's very good advice, because usually I act first and think about the consequences later. Then there are those wonderful people, one of whom I happen to be married to, who thinks of all the things that could happen and the consequences that could happen and then makes his decision. And he usually makes amazing decisions. But nevertheless, it's a good reminder for people who maybe jump the gun or move fast and then deal with it later. So again, Proverbs 27:12, a prudent person foresees the danger ahead and takes precautions, but a foolish person goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. So as you go through your Thursday and you have to make your decisions, I hope that this sticks with you and that you try to think a little bit ahead of the consequences of those decisions and make godly choices and go on through this day and do well. And God be with you. And I will see you again tomorrow morning for our Friday morning devotional. God bless you. Have a wonderful Thursday.